Hey yo, Chico Army. Today I have for you a special episode which dives deep into the dark side of crypto, money laundering, drugas, terrorism, the dark web. They call me the Dark Knight of crypto for a reason. So jokers of cryptocurrency, get ready for my Batman because it's time for Chico Crypto. If you didn't know, the biggest crypto exchanges and protocols are helping finance bad actors like dealers of drugs and terrorist organizations, letting them launder money freely across their products. Now, I know some of you don't want to hear it because you like to sniff the leader's butt, but this exchange at the heart of it all is, it's Binance. Get your brown nose out of CZ's bungholio and listen for a second, because this video goes deep.
It's not a joke.
So to begin, we need to understand that Binance has knowingly kept their anti-money laundering checks like KYC and AML very relaxed, even when they knew it was happening on their exchange, money laundering. January of last year, Reuters investigated and reported this, and this is what their report said. Reuters conducted dozens of interviews with former senior employees of Binance, advisors, and business partners, and reviewed hundreds of documents, including confidential correspondence between Binance and national regulators and internal company messages. The reporting shows Binance has operated outside rules that govern traditional financial firms and many crypto rivals. An opaque corporate structure has enabled Binance to offer products that many national regulators don't allow locally registered firms to sell. Binance has repeatedly declined to specify in which jurisdiction its main online exchange is based, complicating regulators' efforts to oversee its activities, and it has minimized costly client background checks. Other findings include, on at least 4 occasions, Binance declined to provide detailed answers about its operations when asked by financial authorities and business partners, according to regulatory filings and people with direct knowledge. In encrypted Telegram messages seen by Reuters, Binance staff, including Chief Compliance Officer Samuel Lin and former Global Money Laundering Reporting Officer Karen Leong, raised worries about weak Know Your Customer checks aimed at preventing money laundering. 3 former senior Binance employees told Reuters they voiced such concerns to Zhao, CZ himself, but he ignored them. Binance acted against its own compliance department's assessment by continuing to recruit customers in 7 countries, including Russia and Ukraine, judged to be extreme money laundering risk in an internal report circulated in early 2020 that was seen by Reuters. Last year, Binance watered down compliance rules arranged with a German business partner, causing disquiet among some Binance staff. German police and lawyers representing over 30 suspected fraud victims sent Binance dozens of letters seen by Reuters seeking information about several million euros that they suspect were laundered through the exchange. Yikes. But the damaging one we need to investigate further is Binance acted against its own compliance department's assessment by continuing to recruit customers in 7 countries, including Russia and Ukraine, and one more, Iran. If this is true and Binance was abetting money laundering for Russians, they will get the strong arm of the law, and eventually the exchange will be shut down, having one of these landing pages seized by the FBI when you go to Binance.com. This could never happen, Chico. They aren't in the USA. The FBI can't shut down exchanges in other countries and jurisdictions. Oh, really? That's why the FBI and Ukraine authorities just seized 9 exchange domains on money laundering allegations. The Cointelegraph article on this states the seized domains include the websites 24xbtc.com, 100btc.pro, pricechange.com, trustexchange.org, and bitcoin24.exchange. The FBI noted the exchanges, which offered services in both English and Russian, featured lax anti-money laundering measures and collected minimal know your customer information, or none at all, just like Binance. So Binance is known to be aiding Russia and Ukrainian pro-Russian regions. But what else has this joker been up to? Well, let's keep going. Forbes reported last year from an investigation by the DA that Binance was used by drug cartels to launder millions of dollars through the exchange. And then once again, Reuters did an investigation just last year into Binance, and they found they were allowing dealers to operate on their exchange. The report states, Binance from 2017 to 2021 processed transactions totaling at least $2.35 billion, stemming from hacks, investment frauds, and illegal drug sales. Reuters calculated this from an examination of court records, statements by law enforcement, and blockchain data compiled for the news agency by two blockchain analysis firms. Two industry experts reviewed the calculation and agreed with the estimate. Separately, crypto research firm Chainalysis, hired by the U.S. government agencies to track illegal flows, concluded in a 2020 report that Binance received criminal funds totaling $770 million in 2019 alone. Now, it goes much deeper than this. As you guys know, in America, we have a major fentanyl crisis, where Chinese manufacturers are shipping the chemical to Mexico, where the cartels flood it within the United States. I did an investigation into this 10 months ago and found that Binance was used by these Chinese manufacturers and the Mexican cartels. Although this is just the tip of the iceberg, it goes deep, deep, deep on why regulators, specifically the DOJ, will come after Binance. If you didn't know, America is not fond of the country Iran. From this timeline of Iran sanctions, we can see it says, since 2005, the United States has designated Iranian individuals, companies, and organizations for involvement in nuclear proliferation, ballistic missile development, support for terrorist groups, and human rights abuses. These designations have been made under the following presidential executive orders and pieces of legislation, of which they list the hundreds of them below. If a crypto exchange or protocol is helping Iran move money, they are in some of the hottest water ever. The DOJ will be after them. So is Binance and Binance connected protocols doing this? Of course they are. TRM Labs just put out a report on the Iranian crypto economy. The report found most of the volume transacting in Iran for crypto happened on the Tron chain and the BNB chain. Combined, they make up 90.1% of all transaction volume. And then, as we can see from counterparties sending funds to Iran exchanges, 90.3% came from centralized exchanges, aka the Binance exchange. Because under the section obfuscation, it says, although Iranians overwhelmingly prefer to use domestic crypto exchanges, TRM Labs has identified instances of Iranians turning to VPNs and fake IDs to circumvent the compliance systems of international exchanges that bar users from sanctioned jurisdictions. AKA Binance's relaxed KYC allows them to use the exchange even though they 1000% shouldn't be. Now, the same TRM Labs who put out that report on Iran just had the DOJ on for a talk about illicit cryptocurrency activities, and they are going after the bad actors. Let's listen in to what Sanjeev Bakar, U.S. Digital Currency Lead Counsel for the DOJ, had to say.
These investigations are happening in real time with exigent assets internationally. And then finally, the third aspect, we have the training capacity, importance, the reality of real-time sharing and information deconfliction, but also the importance of having a uniform anti-money laundering, combating the financing of terrorism, we refer to that as AML, CFT regulations throughout. And what I mean by that is reading the Fed as a financial action task force, or looking at the MiCA, the markets and crypto assets, and being able to say, how can we have consistent regulation for crypto assets, domestic and abroad, so criminals, one, don't have the opportunity to have safe harbor in a foreign country, something we often call judicial arbitrage, and two, making sure that the countries are consistent in their understanding of the technology and the regulation of it. So those are three recommendations that came out of the report, with the goal being to strengthen the cooperation of our international counterparts as we move forward in this digital asset arena.
International cooperation to identify and stop the bad actors is coming, and it's already happening. And if Binance and Binance's buddy Tron are aiding Iran, it's all over for them, which they are. Now, some of you may say, how is Justin Sun's Tron Binance's buddy? Well, they are good friends, like really good friends. CZ's Binance lifted Justin Sun's projects like BitTorrent, Wink, and many, many more to where they are today. And here's a picture of them with scam boy Sam Bankman, who also was lifted to glory by CZ Binance. Remember, birds of a feather, they flock together, and CZ and Justin flock a little too close, like closer than you would imagine. Well, in other news, Loverboy Justin Sun got in on the action of CZ's tweet, posting this, which literally makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Huge congrats on BNB, a new Bitcoin with a very strong heart emoji. Now, like I said, I think Justin and CZ might be more than just friends, and I have a little song I would like to sing to explain Justin's relationship with good old CZ. Every time your eyes meet, he wants you more than ye. It's almost more than he can take. CZ, when you scam thee, he can feel how much you love thee, and it just blows him that way. He's never been this close to anyone. CZ, he can hear your thoughts. Give Justin that cream. I don't know how you screw all these noobs. Justin's so in love with you. The tweets just get better. He wants to spend the rest of his life with you by his side. Jail cell forever. Every little thing that you do, Justin is amazed by you. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.